What's up, everyone? Back here with a random. I've not been playing much of this game, to be honest, anymore. But I went through a phase of really getting into this game, and sort of inspired me to play Path of Exile, because I put a good few hours into this shit. If I go on here, it's not hundreds and hundreds of hours, but I did a playthrough recently, which I've never really done before on this game, bar I did actually play through the console game before I did own PC, to be fair. But it's a different game, really. Different game. I'm just trying to see if I can see if somewhere in here it tells you how long you've been playing. Profile. So if I look at the different heroes, 15 hours onto my main, 4 hours onto that, and 3 hours on that. But okay, I'll jump into the main character that I've played, which is this witch doctor here. Oh yeah, for you that don't know, have I just started the wrong game? Yeah, for you who don't know, this is Diablo 3. The Reaper of Souls expansion is included here. It's a very similar game to Path of Exile in a lot of ways, and you'll probably see that as soon as you load in. It's probably more famous than Path of Exile, to be honest, but top down, move around like so. You got various skills on the bar, and I'm trying to remember what the fuck they all do. Yeah, so this character, I've sort of stopped playing him, but this character was a... Basically, for endgame content in this game, you run rifts here. And you can either do a Nephilim rift or a greater rift. Greater rifts cost certain keystones that you can get from doing normal rifts past a certain level. You can raise the difficulty to different torment levels. We're currently on torment 1, but I can more than happily complete that at this moment in time. Yeah, this is the sort of character. It's something I've mentioned before when talking about Path of Exile. Something I really found cool about this game is you have all the abilities and their modifiers open to you from, not from the beginning, but as you level up. So right now I can change to whatever combination I want, and that meant as I'm doing the leveling up process, I could sort of change out my armor set as I wanted to, and get different things. So I got this. Was it this? It was this Jade Harvester, and that does a when Haunt lands on an enemy already affected by Haunt, it instantly deals 120 seconds worth of Haunt damage, and that's proven to be vital to sort of a lot of my damage on this character. Paragon points are points that you gain for playing on the account, essentially. So I'm just going to stick in what as I said, I've not really been following any guides or anything, or I don't know what like gear I'm aiming for or anything like that. I've just kind of been picking shit up and sticking it in here and being like, that looks alright, I might keep that. What is that? That's not too bad, to be fair. That's the other thing this game has, is legendary gems here. You'll see one on one of my other characters. Is there anything worth wearing? And you can put these into certain sockets, depending on what they are. Some can be put in different jewellery, so that it can be put in... Some can be put into weapons, I think, if I remember right. Like, oh no, it all says jewellery. But yeah, they give you different benefits which you can level up, and every time you finish a greater rift, you can choose to try and level up one of these. So yeah. May as well jump into a rift and see what's going on with that. Yeah, I'd say this is sort of the end game for this game, and it's something that I just kind of lost 3 days of playing this this game, and it's a sort of game that's very good to it's very good to play, sort of relax. As I'm kind of done with this character now. I'm not interested in doing much more. Delving into this stuff. Oh, we've already got a legendary. But I just thought I'd show it off before I sort of retire this character. As I say, I might look at doing something on my channel a bit later on, more properly diving into this game, and perhaps have a look at even some review style shit, perhaps with a let's play involved as well. But the idea is basically you want to... This isn't a particularly fast character, but often you want to clear out areas quick in this, because as you get to the higher level of rifts, you'll notice that they are time-based. So if you don't finish them in a certain amount of time, then you don't get to finish the rift, and you waste your currency that you spent trying to get in there. So a lot of the game is about trying to speed through the area as quickly as you possibly can. With this character, because of the way his damage is dealt, because it's Haunt, so my number 2 ability here, which is Haunt, you'll see these blue bits on the enemies. I have to hit them with 2 of those to do the vast majority of my damage. So it's usually good to group up quite a few guys in one area and just kind of haunt them from one side, and because as these die they will spread to different guys, and you just get a cumulative damage, so you might find yourself getting trapped in one corner for a little while and then everything will just kind of die, which, yeah, cool, that's good. Oh yeah, and I have a gargantuan as well. That's kind of it with this game. You can sort of look at the different gear that's available to you and plan out your character. You've got your Paragon points to plan out. You've got various currencies that you can get. Not as many as there seems to be in Path of Exile. There only seems to be 2 or 3 currencies in this game, but you can use them to roll different items, re-roll current items that you've got. I'm a little bit rusty, to be honest, so you shouldn't spend this long. That's the other thing to note. When you're doing these rifts, special enemies like these offer you more on your bar over here, which obviously you kind of want to be doing them quick anyway, so. Yeah, as I say, there's a couple of ways of playing this game. I'll show you my story character after, but you've got the... When you get to the end game, it's kind of just doing this over and over again. You do normal rifts to get the keystone, I think it is, or something like that, to allow you to get into the greater rifts. So you do the greater rifts with the gear, and also the level ups in your legendary gems, and you always have like sort of a new rift available to you. So I think I've got up to rift sort of 15. Don't quote me on that, I might be very wrong. Or around that area anyway, and obviously as they go up in difficulty you can get better gear and better gear. I think currently, like the people who play this game a shit ton are clearing rift 100 odd, and it does go up each sort of ladder, which is when the game resets. But it's a very different sort of game series now compared to when the game first came around, and so also the console version. I said my initial experience with this game was with the console version, and it's a fucking good version, to be fair. It came out a couple of years after, I think, the PC version. I think it does have a lot of this stuff on offer, but perhaps not when I played it. I don't know if I played a patch version. I wasn't playing online, so I might have missed some of that stuff. Yeah, it seems a decent version. I played a Demon Hunter, which is a sort of long-ranged crossbow wielding character who can wield dual crossbows. See, on the difficulty I'm on right here, it's not particularly difficult.
Need more time.
So yeah, the doors will just take you to random areas, and you'll have more full rifts and more empty ones, and you obviously want to be trying to do the full ones. So right now, it would be conducive for me to try and gather more enemies whilst they are still getting damaged over there. Get a couple of rares on this run though. So the drop percentages got a lot better. Initially when this game came out it was well known for having a shit drop percentage. It also had an auction house, which obviously is something that has existed in MMOs and things like that, but it had an auction house where you could buy things for real money, which is, I don't know. There's a couple of arguments you can make on that, there's argument number one where it's not a competitive game, so you're not paying for power, you're not putting yourself above other people just through the ability of having money, but at the same time, if they know that they can make money off you buying proper items, what's to stop them from designing the game around it being encouraging for you to spend that money, because that's obviously better for them. Watch this, I'll absolutely wipe him out here. That's the amount of damage that does. Ooh. So yeah, that's kind of the shit you do just doing greater rifts, and you can clear a couple of these. I say the difficulty really comes from, so say I'll get the rift close. Those things don't matter. We'll get our things identified. Legendary ring. Less damage, more toughness and recovery. So you get these various things. Belt. You just have to kind of look at what abilities are available to you, and what they do. I think there's like genuine builds you can do and sort of work towards in this game, but I've not really paid any attention to that. But you say I go to Greater Rift. Oh, 24 I got to. So you can go a couple of levels each time, and then more will open above that, and I can go down and get the chance of better gear. So it's Torment 6, but level 24 was sort of the last one I did. And that will be timed and a lot more difficult. So, for instance, we're in Torment 1 now, so that is a lot of levels behind what I've currently been trying to do on this character. And that's kind of the idea behind this game. It's not, you don't really die loads and loads, but it's more sort of trying to get better, and very loot based. I called him Twitch because he literally twitches. Spinny, if you know barbarians in this game, guess what she does? I'm currently just leveling her up, or was anyway. I'm probably not going to bother too much more, but anyway, I'm quite enjoying diving into this game, to be honest. This character, I was trying to avoid doing the rifts and more just jumping into these things, because these are another way you can sort of gather experience, and that's bounties, and you get rewards for that in experience again, and bloody blah. Let's go here. I'm not sure how these level to you, to be honest. So I have to build up my fury, which is over here, and then you just hold this button down, and spin barbarians or whirlwind barbarians were very popular, I remember, in Diablo 2. Something that was very common. And I always liked them because there's something very satisfying and therapeutic to me just holding down right click over a group of enemies and spinning. Barbarians also have shouts. Oh yeah, I can do loads of damage now if I do this. And have loads of fury as well. Tried to take all the movement options that I could.
Still recharged.
That was kind of the thought behind it. You just move from one side of the map to the other, holding down right click like this. Trying to make sure you have enough fury and kill as much as you can. If you look in here, it's got the Gem of Ease, which I found a really... One second, I get these filled. It's one of the legendary gems, and it gives you, each rank you put into it gives you bonus experience, but when you get to the maximum rank, which I did rush, it puts the level requirements of the item to level 1. So I put it into this sword and it made it a level 1 item, meaning I can get a shit ton of experience now for free, which I've been using to level up the character a bit quicker. I'll show you the last character because, hell, why not? Last character I was just playing the actual story with. The story of this game's decent. I never seem to get through it. I never seem to pull me in enough, but I have finished it before. But I've never done any of the expansion content either. I don't even know what my thought behind the name of this character was. Something fucking terrible, I think. What does he do? Well, he's a wizard for one, so a spellcaster. Let's go cast some spells and see what he does. I can't really remember. The thing is with leveling up, as you can see if I click on some of this stuff, I haven't got all of the skill runes here, so I can't use everything to its best of its ability. So what I do have, you have to sort of change, and as you get certain items, so this gives additional explosion triggers to the arcane orb. So I want to use the arcane orb because it's going to be better for the leveling up process. Okay, this is kind of terrible.
Need more arcane power.
But yeah, I've just kind of been going through.
We have done it.
I'll see if there was a button to see what quest I was on. Ah, the objectives there. Yeah, just going through the objectives. The objectives, this game works. It has.
Such ruin. What drives these cultists
I
to
can't go
commit
back
these
at actually,
terrible deeds?
but yeah, that's where I want to go. Yeah, it has multiple acts, and you go through them and you can do different things. It's nice because I do get paragon points on this character, even though that's from the other characters, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, that's kind of what Diablo offers and what I've been doing with the game and how I've been spending the game. As I say, I think I'm going to put it on the back shelf for a little while, and then it might come up in a future video. Who knows? Yeah, go try some Diablo. Diablo's alright. Not as good as Diablo 2, but, you know, that's how games work, isn't it? We all have our favourite. Bye!